Hello, hello, hello. How are we? Girl, turn that off. How is everyone? Hope we're all doing good this evening. Hi, Mally. Hi, Monty. Gina. Fancy. Cynthia. Yeah, I seen AJ popped in. Lynn and Troy. How is everyone? Okay. There. It wasn't right. Um, as you could tell by my thumbnail, the bio mom, that's what they called her, has been arrested now in Ruby's case. And I just want to go over that. So I'm not going to waste much time because Ange is going live at 7 o'clock. So we will just get to it. I did not see anybody that was streaming the hearing. Let's see. Let me see what this is. No, that's something I already have. That was a day ago. Okay. I won't worry about that. We will just go with what I have. Oh. What's who talking about me? I'm talking about Chelsie, Ruby's mom. So we will get going. Yeah, and Jeanette Levy, she'll be live at 7. So I don't want to stay too long so I can get ready for that. Chelsie Lehmann faces charges after police say she helped and hid a registered SO Lehman and her children lived with in central Wisconsin. Let me make sure the volume's all good. We don't want to forget that.
Prosecutors just filed criminal charges against the mother of a young girl at the center of a statewide Amber Alert. 12 News' Mallory Anderson is in the newsroom. And Mallory, that little girl is safe this morning, but we've just learned that the mother and her kids were living with a registered sex offender in central Wisconsin.
Yeah, Jaron, a lot of new information has just been released by the Portage County District Attorney's office, including how police think the little last week. An Amber Alert went out for 6-year-old Ruby Lehmann on Thursday from the town of Almond. Police believe Ruby was with Jordan Coyle, a registered sex offender who is also Ruby's uncle. After a 2-day search, they were both found safe, hiding in a wooded area in Almond. Police say Ruby was unharmed at that time and taken to safety while Coyle was arrested. This morning, Portage County District Attorney Cass Cousins revealed Ruby's mom, Chelsie Lehmann, had recently moved into a house with Coyle, knowing he's a registered sex offender after being convicted of sexually assaulting 16 years ago. When the Department of Corrections learned children were living with Coyle, they issued a warrant for his arrest. The DA says officers went to the house with a warrant for Coyle last Tuesday. Police believe Chelsie Lehmann was helping him evade police, and she's now charged with aiding or harboring a felon.
And Mallory, we've also learned that investigators now believe Ruby walked away from the house looking for Coyle, and don't think that she was ever abducted.
EA says the little girl had formed a close relationship with Coyle, even calling him dad, and that she had gone looking for him after he escaped arrest last Tuesday. They now don't believe Coyle threatened or coerced her to leave. We're still waiting for more information, and we'll post updates online.
All right, Mallory Anderson in the newsroom with that update. Mallory, thank you.
I don't know why it skipped a little, but was you all able to hear that? I hope so. I never even thought about checking audio. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, 79. Okay, you was able to hear it? Okay. I just find that rather perplexing. Hi, Mel. In this one, I'll show you it. They're charged. It says that he's an uncle by marriage. I was under the impression that Chelsie and Coyle was brother and sister, so I had that all wrong in my head. I do know the Portage County District Attorney Cass Cousins revealed in a press release Tuesday that Ruby's mom, Chelsie, had recently moved into a house with Coyle, knowing that he was registered SO after being convicted 16 years ago, and that they issued the warrant for his arrest. Coyle began actively avoiding the arrest and hid from law enforcement, even fleeing from his home September 9th, when officers arrived with an arrest warrant. Police believe Chelsie was helping Coyle evade the police, and she is now charged with aiding or harboring a felon and encouraging a violation of probation, extended supervision, or parole. While police initially believed Coyle may have coerced or forced Ruby to leave their home, investigators now believe Ruby walked away from the house on her own accord. Cousins said the little girl had formed a close relationship with Coyle, even calling him dad, and that she had gone looking for Coyle after he had fled the house last Tuesday. District Attorney Cousins has released the following statement. The missing persons complaint and Amber Alert has caused tremendous fear and concerns in the community. Miss Lehman is alleged through her actions to have aided a felon avoid lawful arrest and thereby directly contributing to causing this alarming situation. Thankfully, though, law enforcement's tireless around-the-clock efforts, the child was found safe in less than 48 hours. While current information indicates that the child was not physically abducted from the residence by threats or force, but rather left seeking to find Mr. Coyle as he hid in the woods and avoided arrest on his warrant. The state intends to prosecute all applicable criminal offenders from this incident, and I would like to thank all of the law enforcement agencies and other government or county organizations involved thus far for their impressive efforts to locate the child safely. So she had a hearing today. Let me go check on YouTube again just to see if there's something I missed. No, not there. Hey, I found my own live. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 hours ago. And that was just news about the Amber Alert. So we watched that. That was the press conference after they found her. And I even looked just by Google searching and didn't see it. Hi, Carolina. Hi, Troy. I don't know how they figured it out. Yes, way better than the last ending. Very true. I just don't get it. I don't. I don't know if anybody can help me figure it out. Probably not. This here says that there's a bond set for the mother and new details released. And this isn't very long. It's only 50 seconds, so.
Coyle is a convicted sex offender and is not to be living with children. When the state found out,
that didn't start where it was supposed to start, unless that's.
And first at noon today, we have new information about the Portage County Amber Alert investigation. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jeff Talon. The Portage County District Attorney says 6-year-old Ruby Lehmann was not taken, but was searching for the man taken into custody in connection to her disappearance. Yeah, his cousin says a girl was living with her uncle Jordan Coyle when the Amber Alert was issued. Coyle is a convicted sex offender and is not to be living with children. When the state found out, it issued an arrest warrant for him. He fled into some nearby woods and the girl went looking for him. That's when she was reported missing and the alert was issued. They were found 2 days later. The girl's mother, Chelsie Lehmann, is accused of aiding or harboring Coyle and encouraging him to violate his terms of supervision. We also have And first at noon.
I'm over here yakking, and I knew I wasn't on the screen. I'm sorry about that. Well, my brain just isn't functioning a little bit today for some reason in some places. Sorry. Bond has been set at $10,000 for the mother facing charges in relation to an Amber Alert in Portage County. The Portage County District Attorney Cass Cousins has also released new information about the investigation. An Amber Alert was issued September 11th. For Chelsie Lehmann's 6-year-old daughter. The girl was found safely on Sunday. The girl's name is Ruby, not the girl. Cousin issued a media release Tuesday morning stating Chelsie Lehmann and her minor children recently began residing in a home in Almond, owned and occupied by Jordan Coyle. And of course, we've heard the rest. We don't need to keep repeating that. Yeah. They found that out on the 9th. And on the 11th is when she walked away. I just calling him dad, that just, I don't know. What say you? How do you feel about that? Hi, Gloria. So good to see you. Hi, Julie. I don't either, Carolina. I don't know. I don't know the full story on all that. Yes, it's disgusting. Yes. I just don't, I can't, I just can't get my head wrapped around that. Yeah. Baffled. Yeah. I was hoping that somebody would have streamed her hearing because I would have been interested in seeing it. Oh. And that has no value. I'm still looking. I'm still on that one. Yeah, at this time, both are presumed innocent until evidence establishes their guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Further investigation into this incident remains ongoing. Yeah. And there's also in Brian's case, Remember the little boy in Louisiana? Hold on. I picked the wrong one. Okay. That one doesn't say I have to buy a subscription. Mother of Brian Vasquez held without bond. Newborn tested positive for cocaine at July birth. So let's hear what they have to say.
Queens Parish District Attorney's Office says the mother of Brian Vasquez and her newborn tested positive in July for cocaine.
Gabby Killett reports a bond commissioner denied her bond this afternoon.
Hilda Vasquez held without bond exactly 1 week after the same bond commissioner ordered she stay away from her 3 living children. The district attorney's office argues she's a danger to the community, especially after it says she and her newborn baby tested positive for cocaine at a hospital in.
That is what they're saying is the dangerousness to the community or dangerous to her family. It's very rare that somebody would be bond, especially in a case where it is not a capital case.
Police arrested Vasquez on counts of negligent homicide and second-degree cruelty to juveniles. Officers found her son, 12-year-old Brian Vasquez, dead in a New Orleans East lagoon last month. That followed a nearly 2-week search for him. Vasquez's defense attorney says in court she's not a threat to the community after signing protective orders that keep her from her children. Attorney Craig Mordoff breaks down the defense's argument.
The standard is threat to the community at large, not threat to a specific individual. And the defense lawyer is essentially arguing that with the protective orders in place that keep her away from her kids, she's really not a threat to anyone else, and therefore.
Also in court, the district attorney's office argues Vasquez disabled Brian in 2014 when he was 3 months old. She was convicted of cruelty to juveniles in that case. Vasquez had 2 past Department of Children and Family Services cases open against her in connection with alleged child abuse and lack of supervision. 2 additional DCFS cases remain open, one into Brian's death, the other into her newborn allegedly having cocaine in their system.
Also today, the commissioner ordered Vasquez held at the Orleans Justice Center to accommodate her attorney. She was transported from the Plaquemine Parish Jail.
Yeah, neither one asked for it. But I just could not believe what I heard there on Brian's mom. That just. Are you okay, Gloria? It's so good to see you. We sure miss seeing you. But yeah, all that came out after they found little Brian and he had been attacked by that alligator. It's just so sad to hear. And that woman that was speaking on her behalf, I'm not certain if that's her partner or what. Well, I'm glad you're good. But yeah, it's so sad. And of course, you know, I haven't seen any streaming of anything down there. So that's yeah, Carolina, you wonder. You do wonder that. I mean, she was speaking for her a lot. Hello, Gracie. You're all right, Gracie. I'm not on long. I just wanted to talk about Ruby's mom being arrested and Brian's mom being arrested. Yes, you caught that, Carolina, when he was, what, 3 months old, and caused him to be a special needs. So I don't know. You know, I'll keep watching it from the background. That's what I've been doing. Just watching everything I can from the background. And I have not seen any more yet. Sorry. About the about Kiki. That was found in the storage unit in Oregon. I have not seen any updates on that or anything. I mean, the last we talked about that was she got her name and the perp was arrested, so. Everybody's telling Gracie hi. I know you guys have been here with me for these, so I just wanted to make sure that I let you know what I've learned so far. I won't keep you long. Sorry, I'm just in a bad mood a little bit, so that's all I have for now. Welcome. You know, when I have updates, I will give them to you. Oh, thank you, AJ. I love that little grandbaby. She's so precious. Oh, thank you, Fancy. But I will see you next time. Bye.